నమస్కారం. టీశాట్ విద్యార్థిని విద్యార్థులకు, ఉపాధ్యాయులకు, అధ్యాపకులకు, ప్రేక్షకులకి అందరికీ అండర్స్టాండింగ్ గాంధీ కార్యక్రమానికి స్వాగతం. ఇవాళ ఈ కార్యక్రమంలో పాల్గొనడానికి ఒక చాలా ప్రముఖ వ్యక్తి మన స్టూడియోస్కి వచ్చారు. వారు డాక్టర్ కమల్ టౌరీ, ఐఏఎస్ రిటైర్డ్, అంటే ఇండియన్ అడ్మినిస్ట్రేటివ్ సర్వీస్లో వారు పనిచేశారు. తర్వాత వారు గవర్నమెంట్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియాలో అనేక ఉన్నత పదవులు ఆసీనులై ఉన్నారు. దాంట్లో డైరెక్టర్ జనరల్ ఆఫ్ కపార్ట్, ఖాదీ విలేజెస్ ఇండస్ట్రీస్ కమిషన్కి సీఈఓగా పనిచేశారు, ప్లానింగ్ కమిషన్లో పనిచేశారు, నార్త్ ఈస్టర్న్ కౌన్సిల్లో పనిచేశారు, హోమ్ మినిస్ట్రీలో పనిచేశారు. ఇలాగా చాలా డిఫరెంట్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్లో వారు పనిచేశారు. ఇవాళ వారు మన స్టూడియోలో ఉన్నారు. వారు గ్రామ స్వరాజ్ గురించి, గాంధీయన్ కాన్సెప్ట్ ఆఫ్ డీసెంట్రలైజేషన్ గురించి వారితో మనం ముచ్చటిద్దాం. వెల్కమ్ టు టీశాట్ డాక్టర్ కమల్ టౌరీ సాబ్. నమస్కారం. So we welcome you to the TSAT program of Understanding Gandhi, where we had been working on various episodes to go deep into the Gandhi's life and thought. Today we would like you to enlighten us on Gandhian concept of Gram Swaraj, because villages are most important. India lives in villages. 60% of the population in India live in villages. That's why rural development is most significant and most important for us. So, because you held a number of positions in Government of India, and one of them happens to be as a CEO of Khadi Village Industries Commission, that means you have dealt with number of subjects which are close to Mahatma Gandhi's philosophy and work, and perhaps you are the best person to reflect on Gram Swaraj. I would like to request you to initially tell us about your ideas on Gram Swaraj.
Thank you very much, Prasad ji. I am grateful for this opportunity. Now, we have to examine any relevancy in the context of the challenges of our time. The globalization, the global warming, the problem of unemployment, drugs, disease, death. Now, all these ultimately are because of the centralization. Centralization of development, big industries, big dams, big cities. So, I have written in my book before 50 years that probably the development scenario which is centralized, urban-based, highly mechanized, probably we won't solve the problem of diversity and people's aspirations and fulfilling the needs of individual happiness, employment and all. And after Corona, many things have become very, very clear. So the Grama Swaraj or decentralized or eco-friendly or self-reliant economy, the lifestyle, they become very, very pertinent when we look at them holistically. The word I would like to use here, empirically and also holistically, has our development. Of course, it has done many, many good things, but has it also done many, many bad things like humanity, sensitivity, living with nature, biodiversity? So, when we look at the issues in a holistic manner, you will agree with me that somewhere the nature and its supremacy has been neglected, bypassed, with the result that there has to be a new debate on questioning science and development and decentralized nature of governance. Because the problems faced by the world are very much because of the centralized nature of governance. So now is the time to think of Grama Swaraj, self-reliance, decentralized and eco-friendly development which become part and parcel to face the challenges of our time.
Now, in Gram Swaraj, you had been very much involved as a Vice Chancellor of Panchagavya Vidyapeeth, which is working on cow-based therapy on the one side, cow-based economy on the other side, especially cow-based agriculture. Because we had been using enormous amount of chemicals, both for fertilizers, then insecticides and pesticides, which is damaging our soils, polluting our soils, polluting our water, polluting our air. So as an alternative, we have already taken up a massive task of cow-based agriculture. Can you please explain the foundation, the philosophy of cow-based agriculture?
Let me clarify, because I am an atheist. I do not accept things because somebody has told them, whether it is God or cow or worshipping or science. So there has to be questioning. And it is here the word 𝗧𝗦𝗔𝗧. Examine, ask yourself and be your own master. So the question of cow, I was in the IAS, and I will put it as a local resources, time tested local resources, local customs, local lifestyle, local food habits, local style of living. So I will put, let us examine everything, not through emotion or religion, but scientifically, rationally, analytically, on a holistic parameter that includes economics also, history also, lessons of the past also, and overall humanity is supreme. So nature. So this question of cow-based agriculture or organic, now we have seen what is happening in Punjab, Haryana, and many parts of overdose of chemical pesticides and fertilizers and over water and over use of the productivity of the land. I was also in the National Productivity Council, and that is where we had questioned the definition of productivity. Now, productivity has to be redefined and re-engineered to suit the laws of nature. After all, how much can you have more and more fertilizers, more and more pesticides, more and more products or crops? So time has come now with the diseases and so-called so-called perverted parameters of judging the development. So I will request all our listeners, academicians, professors, writers, saints, teachers, to kindly re-examine in the last 60-70 years the path which we have followed on the name of so-called development. Have we neglected somewhere the sustainable human development, the limitation of the nature and the soil and the water? So local cows is only one sample. But can we neglect biodiversity, the trees, the culture of respect for all creations of nature? So I think a whole debate has to start on redefining and re-engineering the so-called development, so-called happiness, so-called model of sustainable development or sustainable human development. Are we going somewhere in a wrong path where we have neglected? Now let me stop by saying the Sustainable Development Goals, SDG, really opens our mind and forces us to re-examine and also re-engineer the systems of governance, system of defining development, system of creating perverted developmental parameters, and nature has to be supreme. So the carrying capacity of the nature also needs to be understood. I will request all our listeners to kindly, based upon their experience, their challenges which they have faced in life, to explore the essentiality of Grama Swaraj, self-reliance, conservation of local water, local seeds, local soil condition, and also to explore how lifestyle changes can be brought in, and how youth and old people, the senior retired people, could share with the youth the imperative of living with nature and challenges of globalization and localization as essential for further planning, training, teaching, and also monitoring of the systems.
Taori Sahib, in this discussion, you elevated the scale of the discussion. it is not just decentralization, but what is the philosophy of decentralization and the relation of man with nature, whether we should dominate nature or whether we should live within the parameters of nature, living with nature in subordinance to the nature. These are the questions of lifestyle. So what lifestyle is possible and what lifestyle should people adopt? These fundamental questions you have raised. But at the same time, you also pointed out perverted parameters of development. So we talk only about the GDP, the kind of national income and things like that, but we are forgetting the most important element of the human happiness. How the kind of environment where we are living. Have we improved it or have we diminished the environment, the ecosystem that we are living with, even species, extinction of species. And I think man is transgressing into the nature, and that nature is speaking in a very harsh tone. So I am glad that you raised these issues. But now at the decentralized level in village life, one is we talk about food security, agriculture. How do you look at decentralized systems in agriculture?
You see, the beauty of this country or this nation is really sages, thinkers, philosophers have from time to time taken a holistic view of things. Whether it is lifestyle, family, food habits, conservation, water storage, living with nature, respect for all products of nature, all productions of nature. So, when we take that holistic view, we find the world has been governed in a mechanistic manner. The human aspect, what you call the evolutionary nature, the essentiality of biodiversity, and the plants and trees and mountains, they also have a personality of their own. And now it is proved beyond doubt that they understand, they have a language of their own. They have a language. We don't understand it, it's our problem, not theirs.
Correct.
And now people like Dr. 𝗘𝗍𝗺𝗽𝗍, a very, very famous, renowned physician, doctor, has brought out various aspects of understanding diseases and compartmentalized systems of medicine. So, I will say 2-3 things. One, we have to demystify so-called many parameters. I will not go into details at the moment, though, but everybody has to apply his mind, his brain, his analytical power and explore towards truth, towards nature. So, I will suggest don't go by what you are taught or what you are told or what you go by your experience and examine it in the light of so ultimate aim. You mentioned about happiness. Ultimately, everybody, not only human beings, even all creations of nature are looking for contentment, looking for peaceful, harmonized living, and the nature provides enough, everything. Now we create distortions because of our wrong understanding, greed, our wrong understanding of happiness, our misunderstanding of diversity, peaceful coexistence. What makes ultimately societies happy? The limits of cruelty, the limits of exploitation, greed. And let me tell you, I also feel sometimes very bad. The speed of destruction. Earlier used to cut a tree with a small saw. Slowly it took time. And now we are highly mechanized tree cutters. In the seconds. So, it's good or bad? I am not getting into that question. My only question is, can we have a harmonized relationship with all creations of nature? Can we have peaceful coexistence? Can the level of discussion, level of questioning, level of finding solutions be raised? And instead of stereotyped discussions, rather conformist discussions, Can we talk of head-on questioning with fundamentals? I think our youth has a great role to play. Woman as a direct replication of nature, earth. I think we all have to think beyond, look into localized challenges, localized aspirations, the dress, the food habits, the culture, the dance, drama, God, or style of living, water conservation, food habits, all have a time-tested relevance. So my request will be, I am not here to give any prescription, I only share my experience. And I will request everybody to kindly discuss with your family, with your friends, with your well-wishers, peers. Don't go by stereotyped what you are taught or what you are told. Apply your mind. God or nature has been very kind enough. And in this country, we have tremendous amount of challenges, opportunities, flexibility, question. So, my request will be that please take the challenges of our time as opportunities and let us find solutions collectively.
Sure. Well, you also held a very important position of CEO, Chief Executive Officer of Khadi Village Industries Commission, one of the very large organizations in the Government of India, and which has got an extreme relevance of application in the decentralized sector and influencing or employment generation in the villages, especially in providing khadi or the clothing, decentralized clothing, and also local industries, village industries, so that they can use the locally available resources for promoting employment. So how do you look at that dimension today?
I am very grateful to you, 𝗧𝗦𝗔𝗧, for raising this question. Now let us go into the background. I was in UP cadre. I was Commissioner of Faizabad Division, now it is Ayodhya. And one day, whoever was the Chief Minister, he got angry. And he said, let him send him to Khadi and Village Industries Board in UP Lucknow, where not even Tahsildar was volunteered to go there. Now I had three choices as a bureaucrat, as a professional. Either I resign because it was a very, very derogatory, insulting, humiliating posting. From a commissioner, I am shunted to Khadi board where nobody is going. Second was either resign, and first was either resign, I couldn't do that. Second was either to catch hold of the feet of the Chief Minister and say, I am very sorry, I should not have uttered some in IS. And third was, I said now there is no bad or good position. It is the leader who makes the position. So I joined, I stayed there for 5 years, then I went to Khadi Commission in Bombay. Then again I went to, so my first point is, the pity with our bureaucratic structure is that there are some very glamorized posts where everybody wants to go. Now, which are those glamorized? Why are they glamorized? Who defines the glamorization? I will not go into that. I say it was a useless post. Khadi Gramodyog Board, Uttar Pradesh, Lucknow, December 1985. And these three choices when I considered, I told you I am a atheist, I always apply my mind and ask questions and then find the best solution. So I said, now it is a challenge. So I stayed there for 5 years. Now, this Khadi Gramodyog Board has been traditionally suppressed by industries culture. The name is Khadi and Village Industries. So when I went to Planning Commission and when I was in charge of Village and Small Industries Division, based upon my experience of Khadi Board UP and UP's culture and UP challenges and UP's style of functioning, we all have our style of functioning, all states. I gave a note to the chairman of the Planning Commission, then it was Planning Commission, now it's Niti Aayog, that sir, the village and small industries is a misnomer, is a distortion. We need village and small enterprises, udyama. It was very nice if we give right, justified solutions and alternatives. So the name was changed. And then it became MSME sector, medium and small enterprises sector. The division was Village and Small Enterprises Division. Now, my first point to answer your question is these are not glamorized sectors, 1. 2, the name, when they should be enterprises, they were clubbed as industries. Very bad. Third, the mindset of bureaucracy. We are not prepared to work in the useless areas, and I call them, they are not useless, they are useless. Then I did my PhD in Gandhian economics. I was born in Wardha, you know, Sevagram, Pavanar, Gandhi, we know much place and all. And I did a lot of reflection because it was very badly marketed sector, even in Wardha, as my childhood. So my point is, we have to explore marketing the unmarketed. Whether it is aloe vera. Now, I will give you 2 examples. I, as the CEO of Khadi Commission, preferred 3H: handmade paper, honey, and herbal. I am talking of 1990, before 35 years. Now, the world has undergone radical change. The herbals, the yoga, the climate challenge, lifestyle changes, khadi, natural khadi, organic khadi, not chemicalized or polyester khadi also. So, we are now forced to go forward to nature. Now, this sector, which was khadi and village industry sector, where the roots are in the All India Spinners Association, All India Village Enterprises Association, and both were registered where I was born in Wardha. It's pity. Then when I stayed there for 17 years, and then I clubbed with the Panchayati Raj and Gram Swaraj and Rural Development Program, a beautiful scenario emerged. And I thought, what a great harm has been done to real India, which is a decentralized India, which is a self-employed India, which is a glamorized rural self-development area. Now, this is how I started writing the books, and now I am proud to say I have written 60 books, and now I am 85 years, and that working in the useless area, and I am grateful to that Chief Minister. His name was 𝗧𝗦𝗔𝗧, very good man, but he said that I am from Wardha and I am not good for commissioner job in Faizabad, Ayodhya. So he sent me on punishment. It was not a punishment. It was a promotion for me. It was the incentive for me. I did not understand. So now when I look back, I find he was a good leader who understood that who can do what work. And it was not a punishment for me because I never aspired for so-called glamorized posts. So I worked in useless areas, training center, CAPAT, Government of India, Northeast Council. Now, Prasadji, you know. So my point is, let us start marketing the unmarketed. Let us explore unexplored. And here is a beautiful country with so much of diversity. Let us honor our grandmother, our mother, our traditions, our lifestyle changes are imperative. So I am very sure with these challenges which you are taking, Gandhi, lifestyle and challenges, climate emergency, all become emergencies. And I am very sure our youth, our society, our communities will be very happy. So we must start training program for our Grama Swaraj leaders. Panchayat. By the way, we have constitutional 73 and 74 amendment which promotes Grama Swaraj. I don't think all over the world there is any constitutional amendment like this. We must thank the leaders of that time, for whatever the reason, they introduced 73, 74 amendment. I think for future, if we want to survive as a nation and develop as a nation, we have to talk of Grama Swaraj. We have to talk of self-employment. We have to talk of Grama. By the way, I am also working with Anna Hazare and he supports these views. A time has come when Grama Udyama, local water, local resources, local biodiversity, local trees, and local godowns, all should be built up by the community on the cooperative basis. So I am very sure you will please raise questions about it and try to find answers.
So when you talk about the local economy, decentralized economy, non-violent economy, I remember 𝗳𝗧 𝗺𝗪𝗺𝗃, one of the greatest Gandhian economists. And when we talk about Gram Swaraj, it cannot be done without remembering 𝗳𝗧 𝗺𝗪𝗺. Can you throw some light on 𝗳𝗧 𝗺𝗪𝗺 and his thoughts and his contribution to village development?
I will just add 1 or 2 sentences. As a part of marketing the unmarketed, we have really not understood how great work has been done by many great people who are nowhere in our system now. So 𝗳𝗧 𝗺𝗪𝗺 is also one. I will request please visit Wardha sometime and explore what happened. Prasadji is the right person and my birthplace is also there. 𝗳𝗧 𝗺𝗪𝗺 told Gandhiji that the problem of India's development of future will not be solved by only khadi. only by spinners association. The real backbone of India is village enterprises, village industries. So Gandhiji told him, he was a chartered accountant, came from America, and in his suit, boot and all, then he changed his lifestyle. And then he formed All India Village Industries Association. Of course, nobody told him that time that instead of industries, he should have called Village Enterprises Division, Enterprises Association. All these are documents. I will request everybody to kindly explore people who contributed for India's independence, who understood the health and heart of India, and who gave in writing. Some of the writings are beautiful, very relevant today. My friends, my colleagues, my associates, let us start exploring the unexplored, marketing the unmarketed, and there is a solution: future career, future opportunities, future development, and future happiness.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kamal Taori Sahab. Your inputs today to Gram Swaraj and the concept of decentralized villages, decentralized economy, local economy, self-reliance, which also brings self-respect, self-honor, and when I respect myself, I also know how to respect others. So it's a beautiful way to build a society with respect and mutuality. The local economy or Swadeshi concept is basically mutual dependence. I depend on you, you depend on me. And I am really grateful to you for you finding time to come to 𝗳𝗧 studios and interact with 𝗳𝗧 listeners, viewers, students, teachers, and everybody. And we look forward to having more information, more input from you on various themes pertaining to Mahatma Gandhi's life and thought. Thank you very much. Namaskar.